What if you woke up one day at school and everyone around you was dead and turned into zombies? What would you do to escape? Today, let's check out this Japanese horror movie, School Live. It follows 4 girls trying to escape their deadly school. Without further ado, let's dive in. Our main character is a student named Yumi. She's athletic and loves to run. She's on the track team. However, Yumi is also clumsy and often gets hurt, so she ends up in the school's infirmary a lot. The nurse there, Sakura, is cheerful and very understanding. Yumi often goes to her to talk about her feelings and love life. Besides Yumi, 2 other girls also frequent the infirmary. One is Yuki, who often skips class, faking illness, to see the nurse. The other is Wakasa, the head of one of the school clubs. After talking many times, they become close and decide to start a special club with 4 members, called School Live. Besides her close friends, Yumi also has her eye on an upperclassman named Kanako. They often walk home together. Although unspoken, Yumi feels that Kanako also has feelings for her, which makes her very happy. Everything seems to be going well. But one day when Yumi arrives at school, she sees Kaneko. He runs to her, looking panicked, and tells her to run. It's then that Yumi notices the students in the school have turned into zombies and are attacking others, causing complete chaos. A girl falls from the upper floor, dies instantly, and turns into a zombie. In the chaos, Kaneko grabs Yumi's hand and they run. As they reach the stairwell, a girl blocks their path and quickly turns into a zombie. Her eyes turn a terrifying gray, and she attacks Yumi. Kaneko tries to shield her but is bitten on the arm. They both run up to the rooftop. From there, they see the chaos unfolding below. Students are being devoured by zombies. Because of the severity of his wound, Kaneko doesn't make it. He eventually turns into a zombie and slowly approaches Yumi to attack. Though heartbroken, she has no choice but to grab a shovel and hit him over the head. After the zombie attack, only 4 girls are left alive, the members of the School Live club. But the zombies have surrounded every exit, so they can't leave the school. Everyone is worried and scared. Seeing this, their teacher, Sakura, encourages them, saying that if they can't escape, they should try to survive here. The school has electricity and water, thanks to solar power, and they have vegetables growing on the rooftop. Encouraged, the girls regain their will to survive. Although conditions are difficult, the 4 remain optimistic and hope that one day someone will rescue them. Many days later, even though they've been rationing, their food is running low. They have no choice but to go out and find more. As for the girl named Yuki, after the zombie attack, she's not been the same. She always thinks she's still at school with friends, laughing and having fun. Yumi and Wakasa have no choice but to leave her behind and go together. The 2 then go downstairs and use sound to distract the zombies. Taking the opportunity, they sneak out. While walking down the hallway, a zombie suddenly appears next to Wakasa. Terrified, she screams. Just in time, Yumi saves her. They then make it to the cafeteria, where they find some leftover food. While Yumi is searching a cabinet, a dark figure jumps out and attacks them. After struggling for a moment, Wakasa realizes it's not a zombie but a strange girl. They quickly bring her back to their hideout and check her thoroughly to make sure she hasn't been bitten. The girl introduces herself as Mickey. She managed to survive the zombie attack by hiding in a kitchen cabinet. Wakasa immediately invites her to join the club. So the School Live club has a new member. To celebrate, they throw a huge party that night. The next day, the group takes Mickey on a tour of the rooftop, explaining how to live there. However, Mickey disagrees. She wants to risk going outside to find help rather than slowly die in the school. Yumi thinks it's too dangerous, so they argue. The next morning, a strange sound echoes through the school. The sound is coming from the loudspeaker. The zombies are quickly attracted to it. It turns out it's all Mickey's plan. She secretly used the sound to lure the zombies to one place, then took the opportunity to escape alone through the back door. After going a short distance, Yuki appears, running to stop her. advising her not to leave. Because of the distraction, Mickey takes longer than expected. The zombies discover them and immediately attack. Although Mickey tries to fight back, they're outnumbered. The two girls have to climb on top of a car to defend themselves. Just when it seems over, Yumi arrives just in time. She uses a shovel to create a distraction, drawing the zombies towards her. Taking the opportunity, she grabs Mickey's hand and they run. Thanks to plot armor, successfully made it back after the incident. Nikki had a change of heart about her friends here, and she admitted her own mistakes. All misunderstandings were finally resolved peacefully. Weeks later, their food supplies were running low again. This time, they were determined to find a long-term food source. The girls discovered a warehouse stocked with emergency food supplies on the other side of the school. But to get there, they had to cross a room full of zombies. Marumi and Mickey volunteered to lead the way. The two of them were the best fighters in the group. After a clash, they quickly pushed back the zombies, but then Mickey suddenly froze. She recognized her best friend in the horde. Overcome with emotion, she hesitated. The zombie immediately lunged at her. Luckily, Mayumi intervened just in time to save her. Though she seems strong on the outside, she's still just a vulnerable schoolgirl who needs her friend's support. After a lot of effort, the group reached the food storage. There were tons of canned goods, enough to last them a whole year. The girls quickly brought the food back to their shelter and built a barricade to keep the zombies out. Things were stable for a while. The group had a lot of fun together. They spent their days playing inside, and their nights watching the stars on the roof. On Sakura-sensei's birthday, the group even threw a big party. They talked about what they'd do if there wasn't a zombie outbreak. What jobs would they have after graduation? They thought these good times would last forever, but one morning, the school's alarm suddenly went off, attracting the zombies. It turned out a zombie somehow managed to light itself on fire with a lighter, setting off the school's fire alarm and drawing the zombies in. Immediately swarmed, breaking through the fence. The girls panicked and ran. Mayumi, Yuki, and the teacher got separated from the others. They all ran in different directions. Mayumi stayed behind to buy time, so Yuki and the teacher could escape. Meanwhile, Mickey and Wakasa were also trying to find a way out through the horde. The zombies that were originally trapped in the classroom heard the noise and burst out into the hallway. The numbers grew and grew. The two girls had no choice but to run into a classroom and barricade the door. The door couldn't withstand the pressure and immediately shattered. Hordes of zombies rushed in, attacking them. Meanwhile, Mayumi, after staying behind, reached the rooftop alone. But there were also a lot of zombies waiting there. She was cornered. She had nowhere left to run. Just as she was about to give up, she suddenly pictured Kanako. He encouraged her not to give up and to always hold on to hope. Those words gave her the strength to jump down, grab a shovel, and face the zombies without fear. Thanks to her main character energy, she managed to break through the horde. Then, she ran to where Mickey and Wakasa were. They were currently being attacked by the zombies. Thanks to Mayumi's timely intervention, the two girls were saved. Meanwhile, Yuki woke up in the hallway and saw the teacher's figure. Yuki quickly followed her into the infirmary. Suddenly, her mind cleared, and she remembered everything. It turned out that from the very first day of the zombie outbreak, the four of them had rushed into the infirmary to grab some supplies and leave. Yuki was walking when she remembered she forgot her teddy bear. She turned back to get it, and a zombie suddenly attacked. Sakura-sensei saw it and quickly ran to shield her, accidentally getting bitten on the arm. The wound was too severe and she couldn't survive. She said goodbye to her student, then locked the door. And Yuki just locked herself away after that, torturing herself, blaming herself for their teacher's death. She started imagining things, creating scenarios where their teacher was still alive, still with her. Back in reality, Marumi's group finally found her and saw Sakura-sensei as a zombie. It was devastating for all of them. They had to put her down, finally, to let her soul rest in peace. Days later, the four girls decided to hold a graduation ceremony. After everything they'd been through, they'd all grown up a lot. They didn't want to stay at the school anymore. They decided to leave and find a new community, to experience new challenges, to face the future. No matter how tough it gets, as long as they have each other, everything will be okay. And that's how the movie ends. So, what did you think? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.